What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Guys, I apologize for lack of content. I put a post out yesterday. Yes, my voice is finally returning a little bit, so I will sound quite a bit different today, and I apologize for that. Of course, having kids, you're gonna get germs and you're gonna get sick once in a while, so thank you so much for being here. I want to say real quick, content creator program, guys, is still going on. We got about 2 more codes on the way. One is going to be approved hopefully tomorrow or the following day, so if you haven't hit that support button, guys, get yourselves in. It's free codes with a lot of free rewards coming your way. And if you are somebody who's supporting, remember to log in, go check the support tab under coupon history. That's where you'll find it. Copy and paste it into the actual game and you should be ready to rock and roll with the code. So please, guys, hit that support button. It is pinned in every single comment section of every single video, plus part of every single description. Now, I know a lot of people are returning players. A lot of people are asking, Payne, what should I focus on? So I wanted to make this video real quick just to kind of give you guys an updated version of best to worst teams currently in the game and what you should focus on if you are returning, or if you're a current player and you're like, hey Payne, what should I focus on next? We're gonna do that. Now, normally I do these when a new unit comes out. We do have a brand new fire support coming. I don't know whether to summon for her yet or not. Of course, that's why you'll come join me during my testing phases, and we will be doing that as well. And there's a lot of new things coming our way, including the Shadow Monarch successor, a brand new level cap, and brand new things as well too with this update. The one thing I will say though, there is a pretty definitive best team to worst team setup right now, and I want to go through that just to give some returning and new players a little bit of guidance, because I know a lot of folks want an update. Now, in terms of what to focus on right away, I will say this. With this upcoming patch, we are going to have Liu Zigong, who you guys see on my screen right there, being put into the draw, the custom banner. So I would say save all of your black tickets for Liu, because at that point you're going to be able to build the best team in the game, which is going to be the fire team, which consists of Liu, Christopher Reed, and it's going to be with the new unit probably coming out, Jung, which she is currently is supposed to be a fire support built for busters. So, and we haven't had one of those yet. No fire support has been built for busters yet, and this will be the first one. So I would imagine she's going to play a pretty big role in terms of making the fire team the best team in the game. But right now, the only problem, of course, is the only WOBL we have currently going does require fire, and fire is really good, or you can use dark. But the problem is, of course, the upcoming September WOBL, fire will probably play 0 role in it. So if you're somebody who's preparing for the next WOBL, you may not want to build the fire team right away, even though they are the best team. So if we're going to talk about the best team in the game, coming on Thursday, you're going to want to summon for Liu Zigong. So that's going to be your first character. Okay, right here, Liu. Your second character is, wow, those high pitch sound like Prism. The next person is going to be Christopher Reed. Shout out to Prism. And then, of course, right now, if you want to keep going with Gina, you can, but I would highly recommend wait for Jung. You're going to need a 6-person team anyways for fire for Guild Boss, but if you want the best team, it's going to be Liu, Christopher Reed, and Jung. So you can actually go ahead and summon for Christopher Reed right away, but I would still highly recommend wait for Liu to come out and then put them both in the custom banner and summon for that. All right, second best team. Currently, it's going to be the dark team. Yes, the dark team does do more damage than the fire team, believe it or not, with Agnes in place, and she is going to be leaving soon. The only problem with the dark team is they're a little bit more complicated to play, and honestly, Agnes herself has a lot of drawbacks. Even though she does do more damage than Liu, she doesn't have a shield, she doesn't have super armor, she kind of is a little bit more squishy, and she honestly is harder to play, I'd say. So she does have range on him, which is kind of nice, but overall I say Liu's a better character, even though Agnes is a dominant force when it comes down to DPS, and she will out DPS any character in the game right now. So if you're looking to build the second best team, guys, you're going to want to go with Agnes, and then of course you're going to go with Sion Halat, who's going to be your overload stacker unit right there. And then the last one is up to you. You can go with Sun Ki-hoon, which I would recommend, or you can go with, of course, Lee Bora, which is a fantastic new or updated version of Lee Bora. She's been amazing. She's done wonders for the dark team, so she would probably be your best bet. She's an older unit, so for a lot of people who are coming back or have been playing the game for quite some time, you may already have an A5. Ironically enough, I don't, and I've been a day 1 player for free to play, and obviously my pay to win, she's maxed out. But yeah, I'd say Sun Ki-hoon, Lee Bora, and of course you're going to be using where is she? There she is, Isla Wright. Right, so these are the units that you're going to go for. So those are the 3 units you can choose between. I would honestly still choose Libora right now, Sun Ki-hoon second, and then Isla third, but honestly all 3 of them are legitimately good enough to be using, so feel free to use any of those 3 units. Now when it comes down to the next 3 elements, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because after Jung, we're going to have another Buster class come out, and most likely that Buster class will return for the month of August, the end of August, and that'll be closer to the release of the new WOBL, and chances are that WOBL will be be associated to that element. So on Thursday, when the new story mode comes out featuring the Dawn fight, which is the new Monarch, obviously the Monarch of Fangs, we're gonna be seeing what element he is in the story, and usually that element scrapes over to WOBL as well, Workshop of Brilliant Light. So chances are we're going to either see wind or water. I would say those are the most likely chances, and if it's anything like it is for Netmarble, like they always do, wind is going to get the most amount of love. Wind is always the most dominant team when they finally put the full team together. So the next best team I would say is probably wind and or water. It's pretty close, to be honest with you. So I would say I would personally go with wind because I enjoy playing them more. But it's going to be Leonard, it's going to be Rieji, and it's going to be Jinna. So those are the three main units right now for wind. Again, you're still going to need to build the 6-unit team anyways for Guild Boss. But when it comes down to the WOBL aspect of it, if they get a Windbuster, it's going to be really, really tough to replace Leonard. Leonard's still one of the most dominating forces in the game for DPS, but he is definitely going to be replaced by a Windbuster eventually. And if a Windbuster does come out, chances are Wind is going to be the most favorite team for quite some time. Even when there's no elements associated to them, they're still going to be a pretty dominant team. And that's the way this game works, right, guys? It's when an element is new for that month, whatever team comes out is usually the most dominant team, because it's obviously elemental damage advantages just play such a major role in this game. So I would say Wind next, so you can definitely focus on Rieji. He's going to be needed no matter what, 100%. Leonard is going to be your backup DPS when the new Windbuster comes out, but right now he's the main DPS. And then of course Jinna is going to be your main support until they replace her with another support unit that will replace her. Probably after the Windbuster, they'll probably bring a support unit to replace Jinna, but that would be your main 3 Wind. And that's a very close fourth place with water. Water still is phenomenal. It's going to be Chahayin, the Water Princess, who's by the way the first year anniversary unit, which will eventually get replaced with a Buster as well. And I wonder if it's going to be another Cha. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Mary Lane, which is still, in my opinion, one of the best stackers in the game. And then of course Elena, if you have her, she is in the custom draw, so I highly recommend putting her in your custom draw to try to build her. But she will be the 3rd unit for water, and definitely water is still very dominant in this game. The problem is right now there really isn't an element or elemental advantage for them to use anywhere except for I think it's Rock Passa, right? Yeah, I think Rock Passa is the only place you can really use them right now that has any form of advantage for water. So they're extremely strong, very powerful. But again, no Buster equals they're not going to be on the top of the list because of that, right? And then lastly, of course, unfortunately, it's going to be Light. Light is still probably the worst element in the game at the moment, just due to not having a lot of the major things they should have. But of course, Thomas or Cha are going to be your main bets. So most of you guys could build Cha at this point because there's so many free copies given to you as new players or returning players. And then of course you can still build the following support. Laura was probably your best bet. Min is universal, so he's always being used. I still use Min all the time, and again, he's still a decent option. So you still have 3 of those. Akari's not bad as well too. So you have of course 4 options for supports. But no matter what you do, you're gonna have to build Antoine as your main stacker. And then when the Buster comes out, Antoine will have a stronger person to represent. But Antoine will end up being your main stacker, only stacker for Light. So those are your best to worst teams, guys, for this upcoming patch. Fire will dominate for sure, but unfortunately after this patch they're not going to really have much content to do outside of doing the existing model of setup. And I believe Baron, they did say it's going to end up being Dark and Fire anyways, so the new rotational WOBL model, you're going to want to build the best Fire team you can or Dark team in order to tackle that new model. But when it comes down to the newest WOBL, September, we won't know until we see what the hidden story is. I have a funny feeling it's going to end up being probably Wind because they're the love child for Netmarble. But hey, let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Again, apologize for my voice. I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, there's a couple live streams coming. We have the Sharp live stream, we have the Dev live stream, we have the testing live stream, all coming this week. So get ready for that, guys. We have a lot of content coming your way. Thank you again. Have a great day. Take care.